Hockey from January 26 on. He got back on the ice in June of this year, and he says that he's feeling good and he's feeling hot and he wants to play this year. He didn't have a great season last year, playing only 51 games because of that injury and picking up only 25 goals. Let's take a look at Tappara. Halma will start between the pipes. Jutila on the D along with Isatala, Hapsari. These guys are experienced, but after that, it's a bit shaky. Pavlash, the Czech, will be out there to throw his weight around. Oyanin, Trukov, the Russian on the team, will be at center. Rautio and Hanpa, Ojenes, one or two familiar names if you're not familiar with Finnish ice hockey. These guys have been around a while, but it's a lot of power on this team. Chevalday over from Detroit, now in goal for the Jets, is backed up by Stefan Beauregard. Blumston, the Finn, is out there. The Swede, is backed up by Numanen, the Finn, on the Jets side. Ulanov is the Russian on defense, but that's where it ends. The rest are North American. Solani working with Zhamnov and Kachuk. This is a big line for these guys. They've been practicing well, and they look really, really hot. Steen, who's been around since 1981 with the Jets, still out there, 34 years young, is still out there playing some good hockey. Nelson Emerson on the left wing. Ty Domi, who picks up a lot of penalties, very, very intimidating indeed. We'll see what he does in this competition. Competitions like this are not normally very physical. They try to stay out of the box. They just try to get the legs moving. It's early on in the season. They don't want to get too physical indeed because they don't want injuries when it counts. Tappara playing from right to left with Hampa trying to get it out. He does. He flips it up to Oyanin. Oyanin puts it up on the wing to Jutila. Jutila gets the first shot of the game. Chevalday steers that into the corner. It's tapped down, and Zhamnov steered it over, and it's back on the right side of the rink, flipped all the way down. Kachuk goes down, and Halma gets his first touch of the game. The Finns have all the support in the crowd, but what can they do on the ice? Kachuk, who was holding out before this tournament started, living at his home in Boston. He refused to go to training camp, eventually settled down and picked up a nice check for about $2 million for this season. He'll look to improve on that next year. Emerson tries to flip that across. It comes right in front, slammed right down into Oyenes' stick, and that's shot all the way down the ice. Quintal goes back for it as we take a look at Paddock, general manager and now coach. Did not hesitate when he was given the job after sacking Mike Smith. He got rid of a lot of Europeans. He felt the team was too lightweight. He wanted some West Canadian boys in there, some players from the provinces, and that's what he's got. He got rid of a lot of Europeans, but they still have 8 Europeans in the lineup for this trip to Finland. That's dropped all the way back. Quintal had problems with that as it bounces in the circle. Some hooking and shoving as Drake steered himself away and got back in the play. That goes all the way down to Chevalday's doorstep. Quintal, a little flip up onto the wing, 1 or 2 passes going astray. A chance now for the Jets as Dallas Drake skated over the blue. Offside is the call. Both teams will be changing quickly. It's early on in the season. They've only been on the ice for about a week. As you can well imagine, they are not game fit. Well, for the past couple of years, the NHL has been visiting Britain. We saw the Canadians go up against the Blackhawks, and then the Leafs and the Rangers square off last year. There's a lot of comments in the press about the British Ice Hockey Association not wanting the NHL there. And when I spoke to the British Ice Hockey Association Secretary Dave Pickles a couple of days ago, he said he could see no benefit at all from the NHL being in town. 1 or 2 superficial benefits, like coaching of the youngsters, but nothing else. And I fear, folks, there speaks the man who has never played hockey in his life. Just watching these guys like Teemu Selänne, Dallas Drake, Teppo Numminen, you got to learn something if you're a hockey player. Cheveldae's been around for years, and he knows what to do, and any youngster who plays goal will just want to sit there and watch his style. As he stand up, as he flop, and you can learn something just from a couple of minutes of watching these guys, and it's a pity they're not back in Britain. It's their loss, and the Finns have now got the opportunity to celebrate this occasion. Coming down quickly, Bloomston gets the gloves up. The referee's hand is in the air, and Terry Gregson, the Canadian referee, calls the first penalty of the game. Arto Bloomston going hard on Kunmala. Sits for 2. Let's take a look at this again. A 1-on-2 situation. Cheveldae takes it out of the play, and Bloomston is called for holding at 2:37 of the first period. Face off deep in Jets territory. Mayorov, the Russian coach, knows that he'll have to try to keep a step ahead of Paddock. The shot, Cheveldae goes down, and that whistles by the top corner. Bounces onto the hash mark, comes all the way back to the blue. Pushed away by Laxala. Laxala calling for it again as Jutila dances along the blue line, pumps that in. Ojanen gets it back to Jutila. The shot comes in, and again Cheveldae reaches out for it. Laxala pumps it across to Jutila. Ojanen pumps it back, and the fake shot. A lot of time being taken as number 22, Hampa, couldn't control it. Ojanen throws it along the boards, and the Jets will not mind this at all. The shot just wide of the target. No real pressure on the goal as they skate around the goal. Jutila couldn't hang on to that. And we have another whistle on the plate. Ojanen working well on the far side. Just couldn't get the major shot away. Going hard into the corner. Shannon. Bloomston comes out of the box. Selänne is dumped, and we have a penalty now for hooking. Power play goes the other way. Tommy Hapsari at 4:42 of the first period. Still no score in this one. The Jets against Tappara. Selänne now wearing number 8. He wore 13 for 2 years in Winnipeg after having worn 8 for several years in Finland. Randy Carlisle wore number 8 for the time that Selänne was there. And in respect, when Carlisle retired last year, in respect to him, Selänne left the number on the bench. But he's got it this year, and he's looking good. Selänne gets it all the way back. Zhamnov is cruising. Zhamnov wants it out front. Selänne pumps it back. Shannon. Kachuk moves in, and that bounces all the way out as we approach the 5-minute mark of the first period. Still no score in this one. Numminen, who got a great roar from the crowd when he stepped on the ice, puts it up to the far side. A chance now as Zhamnov moves in. Zhamnov! Kachuk was there. That's number 1 for the Jets. Power play goal. Selänne did a lot of work on the wing. Selänne going in on the wrong wing, fakes the shot, looks to get the backhander out, goes for the forehand shot. The goaltender Halma has lost sight of that, and Zhamnov knew where it was all the time. Another look from another angle. So clever. That's number 1. Welcome back to Ice Hockey on Eurosport. from the face-off. Heikkinen tries to work it up. Oyenis is waiting on the wing. It doesn't come his way from the blue line. The long shot in. Cheveldae reaches out, steers that around, trying to get it away from Krukov. Krukov, the Russian, hasn't really had place to move, and that's in the net! 1-1. Darren Quint, the #1 draft choice, has just put the puck in his own net. Hapsari took the shot from way back at the blue, and that deflects by Cheveldae. Let's take a look at this again. It looked fairly innocent from back here. Selänne goes after it. Quint puts his skate out, and that's in the net. 1-1, so the team from Tappara are back in this one. Puck bobbles out there, and we have a 1-1 scoreline here in the first period. Jets against Tappara. A lot of people thought that the Jets would walk this one. Early days yet, but right now the score is 1-1. Comes all the way back to the blue. Kennedy unable to keep that in. Now it's flipped in. Halma has trouble with that. Olela skates out from the right side of the net, throws it up on the left side. That goes the distance. Rautio unable to control that. Kennedy fires it off the boards. 1 or 2 passes going astray out there, but the Jets somehow survive. Domi couldn't get a stick on that, and back comes Tappara. Randy Gillen, the German-born Canadian, out there now for the Jets, wearing number 15, doing some good back checking. Little flip into the slot area as Domi tries to get a stick on that. Flipped away by Nuremberg. We're expecting big things from this diminutive Finn as he works his way on the far side. Jani Ojanen onto the right side. Kumala. Ojanen goes into the corner. Kumala looking for places to go. He's pinned out of the play by Daryl Shannon, and that's flipped out of harm's way. Jutila taken off the puck. Domi pressed against the woodwork. Isotala doing a great job, but Tkachuk comes in on Isotala and steals the puck. Domi gets back on his feet as Jamnov moves into the play, and that shot all the way down to Cheveldae's doorstep. Igor Ulanov, long pass up to the blue line. Tkachuk, 41 goals last season, bounces it off the plexi. Jutila tries to get the tip out, not a great pass from him. Kept in. Tkachuk from sharp angle. Selänne! That's what they paid to see. 76 goals in his first season with Winnipeg. The Rookie of the Year is back, and he's back in style. Jamnov, Tkachuk, Selänne, bingo. Goaltender goes down, tries to get back up, stacks the pads, much too late for the shot. Tkachuk, who is so strong, works his way in, 6'2", 209 pounds, really hard to knock off the puck, still only 22